The nation's chief expressing serious concern about the Baha Mar opening delay.
Mr. Christie revealed that he has met with Baha Mar principals and has expressed concern over these delays. And as Clint Watson tells us in this ZNS News exclusive, the nation's leader was transparent in his views on what this delay means for Bahamians.
Prime Minister the Right Honourable Christie says he's not pleased with the delayed opening of Baha Mar and is demanding the resort identify a date when its operations will begin.
Well, we're very concerned that it hasn't opened yet. I had meetings yesterday with Mr. Sarkis Ismailian, and with China Construction. And the question was, when are you going to open? Mr. Ismailian had certain concerns that took him to China to meet with the Export-Import Bank and to meet with the leadership of China Construction. The government of the Bahamas is deeply concerned about the continuing delays, and we are working, I think, assiduously to try to bring some resolution to the challenges that exist out there.
Mr. Christie is deeply concerned regarding the thousands of persons hired at Baha Mar whose employment are now on the line.
Because we know that 2,000 young Bahamians were on the payroll, and we know the first casualty will be them for further delays. And so we told China Construction that we will resume our meetings on Wednesday when we get back, and I indicated to Mr. Ismailian that I will keep him informed as to the progress I'm making with China Construction, and that is with respect to getting some kind of final date as to when it will be completed. But there are major concerns with respect to the continued problems out there.
Despite this major setback, though, Mr. Christie still remains optimistic that Baha Mar will still be able to do what it was intended to do.
We believed, and it's subject to airlift, but we believed that we knew, for example, that Atlantis would be Atlantis. And we knew that even over there, the Warwick Hotel was sort of going through renovations, and it was going to represent itself. And so Paradise Island was going to be a destination in itself. And so the concern was, how do we go about getting Baha Mar opened? How do we go about getting Baha Mar to appeal to a different clientele so that we can actually have a win-win situation where both properties prospering as opposed to competing against each other? And so that was the whole idea of it, and the continued delay brings a major negative across the screen here for us. And so that's why we're working with the construction company and the Ismailian family with a view to bringing a resolution to the challenges that have confronted them.
And although the focus is heavily on Baha Mar, the Prime Minister says there still remains a number of other investments unfolding in the country that should generate new jobs.
And the idea is that things are going well in the Bahamas. We see that in Freeport now. We see that in all of the islands in the Bahamas. We're about to make major announcements next week with respect to another major hotel chain and another major resort development coming to the Bahamas. And so we're feeling very good about it. But we know that the key really is Baha Mar being able to come online and to open and to cause people to be employed. That is critical to the economy of the Bahamas. And so you are right to ask me that question, and I'm right to be concerned about it.
Mr. Christie says once he returns back to the capital, he expects to continue those meetings with Baha Mar and will not stop until he gets an opening date. In Las Vegas, Nevada, Clint Watson, ZNS Network News.